Second Division LV County Championship leaders Lancashire fought back well on the opening day of their latest match against Derbyshire at Southport and Birkdale Cricket Club. Batting first after winning the toss, Derbyshire made as good a start as they could have possibly hoped for, with acting captain Billy Godleman with number 1 on his back and Ben Slater back together at the top of the order and doing what they've done before this year. Godleman was back after serving a suspension and leading the team in the absence of the injured Wayne Madsen. That meant that, in spite of 100 last time out, Chesney Hughes had to drop to number 3. He wouldn't have minded that, of course, as he was able to put his feet up right through the morning session at a ground which often offers pace and bounce for the bowlers, which also means that batsmen get value for their strokes. And that's just what happened here, with both left-handers going on to score 50s in an opening stand of 141, which saw Derbyshire, who've already lost to this opposition this summer, through the first 40 overs of the match. Slater was at his half-century first, his 4th from 9 championship innings so far. The 23-year-old has come on leaps and bounds already this summer and is now a permanent fixture at the top of this order. His latest 50 occupied just 61 balls, with 7 fours included. Godleman reached his off 88 deliveries, also with 7 boundaries. These two batsmen had dominated the morning session and they headed off to lunch with 129 runs already on the board. Spinners Aaron Lilly and Simon Carrigan already getting through 15 overs between them, which may tell a story later on. Slater will be disappointed that he hasn't been able to convert any of his starts into 100 so far this season. A late decision saw him depart for 69 here, Paul Horton with the catch off Tom Bailey. 3 overs later and Godleman was also on his way, hitting Kyle Jarvis to Carl Brown in the gully after making 75 of a score of 155 for 2. In spite of those 2 quick wickets, Derbyshire still stayed on top of their opponents, with Hughes and Hashim Amla able to see out the next 24 overs, in which 83 more runs were added. It appeared that this was going to be a very good day to bat on. But shortly before tea, Hughes got a good one from Bailey, an inside edge landing in the gloves of Alex Davis. Hughes out for 37 at 238 for 3, Amla having made a 50 off 81 balls. If the first 2 sessions had been the visitors, the evening one certainly belonged to the hosts, once Scott Elston was LBW to a ball from Carrigan, which straightened. Then, next ball, Shiv Thakur went in the same way. The former Leicestershire player now has 4 runs from 3 innings against Lancashire this year. Harvey Hussain came in to join Amla as things began to calm down a bit, these two adding 37 for the 6th wicket. Before Jarvis, who bagged a 5 for when these two sides last met, took his 32nd championship wicket of this campaign as Hussain drove to Jordan Clark in the gully. Bailey followed that up with a wicket of David Wainwright in the next over, just after Derbyshire had brought up the 300. It was 301 for 8 when Amla, who'd made a pleasing 69, played down the wrong line to Jarvis, who was back as the leading wicket-taker in the country. Derbyshire had slipped from 238 for 2 to 301 for 8, losing 6 wickets for 63 runs in 24 overs, so it was left to Tom Taylor and Matthew Critchley, who made the headlines a couple of weeks back with a sensational maiden century, to try to get the innings back on track. Alas for them, Taylor was out in the 97th and last over of the day. Stephen Croft with a good low catch off Clark, the batsman on his way for 21. That meant that Derbyshire went to bed with a total on 335 for 9, and they may feel that they've missed an opportunity to score many more. Still, no one yet will know how good a total that is until Lancashire have a bat on day 2.